In this video we're going to look at circles and in particular equations of circles. The first type of circle we're going to look at is a circle with center 0, 0. And what I mean by that is we had a circle, well, its center point would be 0, so it'll always start at the origin, point 0, 0. And then it'll go around it. Okay, so if there's a circle like that with center 0, 0, well then this is the way you write the equation. X squared plus y squared equals r squared. So for example, this one, it says draw the circle x squared plus y squared equals 16. So note it's in this form, the x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So if it's in that form, I know the center is going to be 0, 0. Secondly, what is r squared? Well, r squared is 16. R stands for the radius. So the radius squared is 16. So if the radius squared equals 16, then the radius must equal the square root of 16, which is 4. So the radius is 4, so it's going to go from here out to here. So we can draw that. Okay, so there's the circle. Okay. Next, find the equation of the circle with center 0, 0 and which passes through the point 4, 3. Okay. So remember, center 0, 0, so it'll be x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So all I have to do is find the radius and put it in for r and y squared. How do I find the radius? Well, a quick sketch will show me. Here's point 0, 0. And it passes through the point 4, 3. So out here somewhere is 4, 3. Okay. If I could find the distance between this point and the center, wouldn't that not be the radius? Yes, it would. So how I do that is the distance formula. So it's square root of x2 minus x1 in bracket squared y2 plus y2 minus y1 in bracket squared. I call this x1 y1, x2 y2. Okay, so we have the square root of x2, which is 0 minus 4 in bracket squared plus 0 minus 3 bracket squared. That will give me minus 4 squared plus minus 3 squared, which gives me the square root of 16 plus 9, which is the square root of 25, which is 5. So the equation of this circle is x squared plus y squared equals 5 squared, which is x squared plus y squared equals 25. So that is the equation. Okay, next we have a circle with center hk, and hk just stands for any coordinates except 0, 0. Okay, so an example of a circle with center hk would be this one here. In other words, it's a center that doesn't start, or it's a circle which the center isn't at this point 0, 0. Okay, so in this case, the center is 4, 2. So we call that h and that k. And here is what form the formula takes, and that's in our log books. So if I want to get the equation of this circle here, all I do is this. So I rewrite this, but where I see h, I'll put in 4, because it's 4, h is 4, squared plus y minus, k is 2, squared equals r squared, and r is 3. So 3 squared, which is 9. Okay, and there is my there's my equation. Let's just say they gave me the equation and they asked me to find the circle's center and radius. Here's what I do. First of all, if I want to get the radius, I look at this number here. I get the square root of it. So the square root of 9 equals 3. So the radius is 3, and we knew that already. And if I want to get the center, here's what I do. I take this -4 out and I change its sign. Okay, so I always do that. I take it out, I change its sign. So if that was a +4, I take it out, I change its sign, it would be a -4. In this case, it's a -4, I take it out, it changes to a +4. This is a -2, take it out, it changes to a +2. So its center is 4, 2. Okay, and we knew that already, but that's proof that this method works. Lastly then, we're going to look at circle in general form. Okay, before I do that, I'm just going to multiply this out. Okay, so I've fast forwarded there, and I have multiplied out this. Okay, so x minus 4 squared is just x minus 4 multiplied by x minus 4, which will give me this. And y minus 2 squared is y minus 2 multiplied by y minus 2, which when multiplied out will give me this. It still equals the 9. And I just simplified it, and I got to this. Notice we have an x squared, a y squared, a minus 8x, and minus 4y plus 11. What that is, and what we call that, is the equation of a circle in general form. Now, if in our question we got, let's say we were asked to find its circle's equation, and we got this, but we were asked to show it in general form, we would just multiply it out, and this would be our answer. And this is what I get. If, however, they gave me the general equation of a circle, so I'll write this out again. If they gave me that and they asked me for the radius and the center, here's what I would do. First thing though, just want to look at what the logbook would say. The logbook would say the general equation of a circle is in this form: x squared plus y squared minus 2gx, plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. Okay, and this is in that form. They're both in that form. Right, so let's have a look here. It says 2gx. So this bit here, this minus 8x, is basically 2gx. So if I want to find out what g is, what I need to do is half this number. So half minus 8 is minus 4. Likewise over here, I have 2fy. If I want to find out what f is, I need to half the minus 4. And I get minus 2. Alright? So, g equals minus 4, and f equals minus 2. You will see in the logbook that this is the center of the circle, minus g minus f. Therefore, the center of a circle is, in this case, minus minus 4 and minus minus 2, which will give us 4 and 2. And we know from previous up here that the centre of the circle is actually 4 and 2. I suppose that's the theory behind it. This is a simple way. This is what I do. If I'm given the general form of a circle, or the general equation of a circle, and I want to find its centre, very simple what I do. I look at the number in front of the x, I half it, I change its sign. So minus 8 halved is minus 4, change its sign, 4. And likewise with this one, minus 4 halved is minus 2, change its sign, 2. So the centre of this circle is 4, 2. And then the radius of the circle we get by this. And again, this is in our logbooks. Square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. Right, well, let's do this. We know what g is, okay? If we're after forgetting, it's the number in front of the x halved, so it's minus 4. Not 4, okay? Minus 4. So g equals minus 4, and f equals what half this, minus 2. Remember, for the centre of the circle, we have to change the signs, right? But g is actually minus 4. In this case, f is minus 2. So we put those into our equation. So it's minus 4 squared plus minus 2 squared minus, now what's c? C is that number. Minus 11. So square root of minus 4 squared is 16 plus minus 2 squared is 4 minus 11. So we get here the square root of 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. So the radius is 3. And if you remember back here, going way back to this point, I would have said at the very start that the radius was 3 and the centre was 4, 2. So we know we're correct. Okay, thanks.